Brittany, thanks. Tonight, the TBI now confirms it is looking into that drug mix-up at a Nashville hospital that caused catastrophic complications for at least 4 patients.
The patients were there for what were supposed to be just routine surgeries. Investigative reporter Jennifer Krause joins us once again tonight with the very latest on this.
Jennifer, you were here last night giving us the initial information from Ascension Saint Thomas. I know you've learned more since.
All right, we start off with the TBI investigation. Here's what we know. The TBI tells me that their investigation is, quote, active and ongoing, so we know agents are on the case right now. Meanwhile, the hospital still is not answering questions about exactly what happened last Friday at Ascension Saint Thomas Midtown. But we do now know more about the patients involved and what likely they experienced.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
On Wednesday morning's Morning Line show, longtime medical malpractice attorney Clint Kelly was asked just how serious what happened last week at Ascension Saint Thomas Midtown really was.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 50.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the worst of the worst.
At this point, all the hospital has acknowledged in a statement Tuesday was that 4 patients were impacted by what it described simply as an event. But we have learned that it was so much more than just a simple event. Families of the patients tell us the hospital pharmacy put the wrong medication in syringes that were to be used during routine outpatient surgeries last Friday, meaning at least 4 patients who came in for joint replacement operations did not get a standard pain drug through an epidural, but rather potassium, a drug often used during the lethal injection process because it stops the heart.
Well, battery acid is similar to potassium in how it affects the spine, so you can actually think to yourself, that's the injection of this medicine into the spine by epidural pathway might as well operate like battery acid. It, for lack of a better term, eats up the spine.
Kelly, who does not represent anyone associated with this case, says this then leads to cardiac arrest because suddenly the brain can no longer send signals to the rest of the body. In fact, insiders tell News Channel 5 investigates that hospital staff first began to realize there was a problem when one patient after another coded or went into heart failure. And because the potassium was pushed directly into their spines, we know at least 2 patients were left paralyzed, including 72-year-old Glenda Dorton from Centerville. While another mid-state family tells us their mother, a 74-year-old Nashville woman, remains in the ICU on a ventilator. Insiders also tell us a middle-aged man is also among the critically ill patients. But how? How could something like this happen? The hospital would only say, again in its Tuesday statement, that it had launched a thorough investigation, identified the cause, and implemented corrective safeguards, and that its clinical teams are actively using these enhanced safety protocols.
And the only way this happens is someone took a shortcut.
Attorney Clint Kelly and those who work in the hospital pharmacy industry tell us that what happened simply should never have happened. Drugs like potassium, they say, have clear warning labels, and that there are safety checklists that are supposed to be followed, safety mechanisms in the dispensing system, and multiple sets of eyes on each drug before it ever leaves the pharmacy.
This was a failure of the hospital itself as an entity to either police its own system or to ensure that its checklist, its safety protocols are enforced. And that's a hospital problem. Yes, the employees can make mistakes, but were they set up to fail? You know, how often was this system checked? Were the policies enforced? The training mechanism, was there somebody there to supervise to ensure that decisions weren't being made that were not approved? That's all institutional in the hospital.
Now we know at least 2 of those families are now talking with attorneys. Meanwhile, the hospital CEO yesterday said in her statement, quote, "I am deeply sorry for the harm caused to our patients." She went on to share that the hospital had connected the patients and their families with spiritual care teams and have ensured that they have access to all appropriate resources and ongoing care needed.
And Jen, Kerry brought this up yesterday, just the thought of any chance that this was more than an accident or negligence. You'd hate to think it, but maybe something intentional?
Yeah, I know so many people are asking this question, and it is possible, but right now there are no indications or signs that it was. I did reach out to both Metro Police and the Davidson County District Attorney's Office to find out if they had been contacted or brought into the case, or if they had an open investigation. Both told me they had nothing at this time. But again, the TBI is investigating. I'm told the Tennessee Health Facilities Commission made the TBI aware of the situation Friday night. That's when the TBI started their own investigation. As we reported yesterday, the Health Facilities Commission is conducting its own review of what's going on, and they've told me that they have their own employees on site asking, I'm sure, a lot of questions.
So still so much more to come, and hopefully the results of these investigations will be open to all.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Jen, thank you.